Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of Free Game. Now, I know that it is a quick turnaround. Obviously, I had a pod a few days ago, but literally after that pod, some important stuff happened, and I let it simmer for a few days, and I just can't hold it much longer, guys. There's a bunch of stuff going on that I missed, so I got to talk about it, so we're going to count this as an episode. Congratulations, you get an extra, 2 pods in a week, so kudos to y'all. But if you are new to the channel, make sure you please subscribe. For the audio listeners, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, please go listen to that. And here we go, guys. So, history has been made. Bam Adebayo scores 83 points in a game, surpassing Kobe's 81-point game. And before I even say anything, we need to give a round of applause to Bam Adebayo. This is the most important thing that we can do right now, because there's a lot of hate going on. A lot of hate. And it's unfortunate, but I'll get my thoughts after this. Right now we got a clip from ESPN First Takes, Mad Dog Sports Russo. Take a listen.
But, Doggy, the floor is yours. Take it away.
Stevie, you want to bow down to this? Go bow down. I'm not bowing down. He took 43 shots. When David Thompson in 1978 scored 73, he was 28 of 38 from the field. When Doncic did it a few years ago, he was 25 of 38. Even Kobe only took 46 shots. He made 28 of them. He took 43 shots, under 50%, which there's 9 guys. Wilt did it 5 times. There's 9 guys over 70. He's by far the worst shooting percentage. 22 threes. 22 threes in the game? He's a 7-footer. I know everybody shoots threes. 22. Go ahead. I don't care. Old man screaming on my lawn. I'm not interested. But when you shoot 43 times and shoot less than 50%, when you shoot 43 free throws and you go 7 for 22 from 3 against a horrendous team, and you're in the game in the last 5 minutes, and Spoelstra's fouling the Wizards to get more possession so he can score 83 points, that's not the way it should be. And I'll tell you right now, he'd never admit it. I bet you Pat Riley feels the same way.
Can we, all honesty, right? Can we just take a second without hating? Can we just take a second and appreciate how hard it is to score 83 points in an NBA basketball game? 48 minutes, 83 points in a single game. From your third leading scorer, by the way. Bam only averages 19 points prior to this. There was no Tyler Hero. There was no Andrew Wiggins. And he did all of this as a third leading scorer, a guy who isn't known as a volume scorer. But yet and still, we gotta hate. Now listen, I am not going to come on here and say that the whole game was genuine, because it wasn't, right? That fourth quarter was weird. And it felt, disingenuous, and it felt staged. I understand that completely. But respectfully, guys, when are we going to just take appreciation of this? I know why. Because it's Kobe's record. I'm a big Kobe fan, okay? I'm a Steph Curry is my favorite player of all time, but I've always respected Kobe. I hold Kobe to a high regard just like everyone else. But to shit on Bam for this is utterly ridiculous. He was dominant for the first 3 quarters. Okay? Let's go ahead and let's just take a look at it, right? So, what I'm going to show you, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to show you guys the stats. Shout out to StatMuse, by the way. Okay, so 42 minutes, okay? Pay attention. because you guys want to use all the stats, and you want to calculate, and you want to talk about true shooting percentages and plus minuses and free throws and all that stuff to diminish Bam's performance. I'm not going to let you do it, but this has to be applauded, okay? 42 minutes, 83 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 20 for 43 from the field, 7 for 22 from 3. 22 is a lot of threes, I ain't going to lie. But here's the jarring stat. 36 for 43 at the free throw line, okay? That's a lot of free throws. Trust me, I understand that can't be taken away, okay? But even in the first quarter, 31 points in the first quarter. That's a lot of points, guys. And listen, it amazes me the lengths we will go to diminish something that is going to be brought down into history. Bam Adebayo is a great guy. If you know his backstory, you know his upbringing, he is a good dude. Olympic gold medalist, an all-star, never in the MVP conversation, will never be in the All-NBA conversation. But overall, he's a good dude, right? Asia Wilson was in the building. If you guys don't know, Bam and Asia are dating, and Asia Wilson has the most points in WNBA history in a single game. And now Bam has the second most. Great story. His mom was in the building. The fans loved it. Shout out to the Miami Heat and Eric Spoelstra for letting him get that record. That's what needs to be highlighted, because most of the people that are talking shit, I'm not talking about ex-NBA players, because there are some of them and they have a right, they played. But most of the people that are talking shit have never hooped in their life. And if they did, it ain't like that. If you understand what it's like to get hot in a game, and you wish that your coach gave you the freedom to just say, hey, green light, anything you touch, just shoot it. For your teammates to back you in and have them help you get that record, I don't care what it looks like. 83 points is 83 points at the end of the day. So ESPN, Mad Dog, you can hate all you want. Sorry. I don't give a fuck how it happened. It happened. I don't care if it was Kobe's record. Records are meant to be broken. I hold Kobe to a high regard too. I get it. And it looked crazy. But we can't take our blame on Bam here. That's just wrong. I'm not going to hate on Bam for doing what he's supposed to do. Dominate a sorry-ass team. Because the real hate should be towards the Washington Wizards. That should be the real hate. And now we have another question here. We've seen Bam Adebayo, a guy that if you ask the question a day before the game, hey, what if I told you I went to the future? Somebody tomorrow is going to score 83 points in the NBA in one game. Who do you think it is? I guarantee you nobody picked Bam Adebayo. They probably said Wemby, Luka, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Giannis. No one's going to pick Bam Adebayo. He averages 19 points a game. I believe his career high was like 41. And he doubled it. I personally think there will be a time, I will live a time, you will live a time, where we will see Wilt's 100-point game broken. I believe that after what I just saw. I don't know who. If I had to guess, Wemby would be at the top simply because he's a freak. And if you just let him loose and just say, hey, just for one game against the worst defense in the league, like just go do whatever you want to do, I believe he could get it. Luka, because efficiently, he had probably the most efficient 70-point game in NBA history. If there was a prime Clay, I would pick Clay, but he's long in the tooth. Devin Booker, maybe. Donovan Mitchell would be a good one. But I do believe this. There will be a time where we see Wilt's game, his 100-point game, be broken. I do believe that. 100%. Simply because everything's high-paced, everything's space and pace, and the defense isn't as good as yesteryear. That is a fact, okay? Defenses in this day and age are non-existent. I get it. It is an offensive league, and it has been for a decade now. But that doesn't mean that we take away history and we put an asterisk behind the 83 like a lot of you people are doing. Guess what the record books are still going to say? Wilt, Bam, Kobe. And you can't fix it. It happened. You got to get over it. You have to get over it. Now, if you want to compare which game looked better, which game meant more, obviously Kobe's is at the top. We haven't even seen Wilt's 100-point game. Where's the film of that? A lot of people are thinking this man just wrote 100 on a piece of paper and he scored 100 points, allegedly. Is this aesthetically pleasing? No, it wasn't. The last, 4 minutes of that fourth quarter, it was very nasty basketball. Very nasty basketball. But it doesn't change the fact that the record book is going to show Bam Adebayo, 83 points. Did you guys have this same feeling when Kobe's last game was 60 and he took 60 shots? No, because it's Kobe and it's his last game. We don't care. I never cared. I wanted him to shoot more. I can't see how you hate Bam for this. If you want to hate the coaching staff for fouling, go right ahead. That's perfectly fine. Even Bam waved off and said, stop fouling. You can't hate Bam for this. This is one of the biggest moments in his life. He's not going to win an MVP. As far as I'm concerned, he's not going to win an NBA championship anytime soon. He's never been the number one option. And the only reason why he's an Olympic gold medalist is because the NBA Americans don't have any other bigs. Joel Embiid had to switch his citizenship to play for the United States. And then there's Bam. If there was no Joel Embiid, Bam would be our starting center for the Olympics. So instead of hating, ESPN has been known for this. We know ESPN has been known for, bullshitting. And he said it himself. Mad Dog said it himself. You're the old man on the porch saying, get off my lawn. I don't know. I personally think everybody just needs to congratulate Bam. 83 points is 83 points. Coming from a former hooper myself, I would have done the same way. I don't give a fuck. I'm letting that bitch fly. I don't care. I know Gilbert Arenas, Nick Young said if he was at 81, he'd stop. Nope. If you have an opportunity to go get it, you're going to go get it. And if I was your teammate, I would help you go get it. As a hooper. That's just in our DNA. But I don't know. I don't know how long the hate's going to last. I don't think the expectation of Bam going crazy for the last 16 games of the season. It was the Wizards, right? And who knows what's going to happen with the other players, who see this and like, okay, well, if he got 83, Like Wemby. If he got 83, if I'm Wemby, I'm thinking I can break Wilt's record. No question about it. Because there's no one big enough to stop you. So, once again, shouts out to Bam. Shouts out to Bam's family. You're in the record books. That can never be taken away. And if you hate on it, I can't agree with that. I'm sorry. I can't agree with you hating on Bam. Now, if you hate the way that it happened, I get it. Okay? I understand that part. I didn't like it either. It was nasty basketball. But I'm not going to hate the person who did what he had to do, did what he was supposed to do, and dominated an NBA team pretty much by himself. So, shouts out to Bam Adebayo, man. Another topic that I want to talk about is my Golden State Warriors. Dire times, guys. That's all I have to say about that, because unfortunately, our head coach is more worried about other things, and let's hear him out.
I know this will not be a popular opinion in the league office, but I will continue to say it because it's obvious we need to play fewer games. We need to take 10 games off the schedule. I think it would be great for the league. And I get it. It's revenue, and you'd have to get everybody to agree to take a little less money. And that's a really hard thing to do. But what I know about the league, about coaching, about how hard it is to play the modern game with the pace and the space, I think it would be a more competitive and healthier league if we played fewer games.
I got an idea, Coach Kerr. I got an idea. It's a pretty good one, by the way. Instead of worrying about the amount of games that NBA players have to play, why don't you worry about coaching the team without Steph Curry on it? How about that? How about you worry about coaching the team that doesn't have Jonathan Kuminga on it because you didn't like him? And now look at what he's doing in Atlanta. He's cooking in Atlanta. And you brought over a guy, Kristaps Porzingis, who nobody knows what the fuck is wrong with him. What illness does he have? We don't know. What are you going to do when Steph is gone? For good? That's the question that I have for all Warriors fans out there. And listen, I love Steve Kerr. I've protected him. I've literally defended him, all because of the championships that he brung. When Mark Jackson got fired, I was hurt, but I was happy to see Steve Kerr. And ever since then, I've defended him. I can't defend this shit. We look terrible. Who cares about how many NBA games are supposed to be at it? 72 game season. Who gives a fuck? We stink. That should be in your presser. Let's look at the standings, guys. Let's go ahead and look. If the season ended right now, here's where we would be. You see that? See that right there? That number 9 spot right there? That is the play-in. Something that we are used to, I guess. I guess that's our expectations now. We're the play-in Warriors. A team that people feared. We're the play-in Warriors. And now we have to win 2 games to go play the fucking Thunder. I don't know, guys. This whole season is a joke. I can't lie to you. This whole fucking season is a joke. It's wasting Steph Curry's years away. No Jimmy Butler. We trade a guy that we don't know if he's going to play or not. He'll play 1 game and then he'll sit fucking 10. And we didn't get any draft picks back. Meanwhile, Jonathan Kuminga is having the time of his life in Atlanta. And you know what? Good for him. A round of applause for Jonathan fucking Kuminga. Honestly, I'm happy for him. Me personally, I am very happy for Jonathan Kuminga. I wouldn't want to be in this situation either. What? And I know it's not all Steve Kerr's fault. I know the front office had a lot to do with it. But at the end of the day, I look at Tyronn Lue with the Clippers. Started off the season so shitty. High expectations start off so shitty. You end up releasing Chris Paul because of some stuff in the locker room. You lose James Harden. Tyronn Lue didn't go to the media and try to deflect and complain about the length of the season. He said, no, we're going to go run the table. We're going to go get back to 500. And we're going to make the playoffs. Sure as shit. They're on a fucking roll. And Kawhi's an MVP candidate. That is coaching. You're a 4-time NBA champion as a head coach for the Golden State Warriors. And you can't do anything. You can't do anything without Steph on the floor. What are you going to do when he's gone? The front office, what are you guys going to do when Steph is gone? Are we still shooting for Giannis? Are we still dream hunting? This is a joke, man. This is such a joke. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys a story. My grandma Jerry, okay, in Mississippi, became a Warriors fan because I was a Warriors fan. And every time I talk to her, she has to tell me, I don't know who these people are that are playing for the Warriors. I said, Grandma, if Steph Curry isn't on the floor, just turn the TV off. That's what it's led to. I used to be so proud of being a Warriors fan. Because the front office and the whole organization was top class. We knew what the fuck we were doing. I don't know who we are anymore now. Are we tanking? That's what it looks like. Are the Golden State Warriors tanking? I hope not, but it looks like it. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't look good at all. And you better get it figured out. The owner of the Warriors, you need to clean house. I think I'm ready to say it. I'm done with Steve Kerr. I'm done. Honestly, I don't care about what your opinion is on if the NBA season should be 72 rather than 82. How about you go win us some fucking games? How about that? That'd be nice. Me personally, go do it without 30 on the floor. And prove to me that you are still a really good head coach in the NBA. Because everybody else is passing you by. Unbelievable, man. Unfucking believable. But I don't think I have anything else. No, I don't have anything else. Once again, guys, short episode, but I had to get it out there. Had to rant about a few things, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So that's been another episode of Free Game. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Please hit that subscribe button. And if you're on audio, Apple, Spotify, make sure you guys continue to, listen on those. I really take pride in the audio one because I listen to it the most. But that is Free Game, and I'm out.